Hey, this is Gary with Dolly, and I'm going to show you how to prevent water intrusion on your Power Pro dolly. Now, these dollies are designed to be used in the rain and in wet conditions, but unfortunately, nothing is 100% foolproof. So I'm going to show you some preventive maintenance that could save you costly repairs in the future. The first thing we want to check is the black caps on the tops of the frame rails. If they're missing or damaged, water can enter and drip down the wires that run through the frame rails, channeling it straight to some of the sensitive electronics. Install new caps if needed, or cover the top of the frame rails with duct tape. This box is called the cabinet, and it's got several areas that should be sealed with clear silicone caulk to prevent water leaks. Those areas include the battery indicator screens, the grommet where the blue and yellow winch wires exit the cabinet, and any other wire holes or screw holes in this general vicinity. This vent should be replaced or covered if it's broken or missing. The gaps between the welds on the front and top of the cabinet should also be sealed. Later in this video, we're going to show you how to do a water test to make sure you don't have any leaks. If you want, you can do the water test first to see where your particular trouble spots might be. For now, we're going to move on to the caulking. Next, I'm going to wipe down everything in the area with a damp towel. Now we're going to caulk the battery indicators. It's very important to use clear silicone caulk so it won't obscure the indicator screens. Once I get the caulk laid out, I'm going to smooth it out with my finger and make sure it fills all the gaps. If your dolly has a missing battery indicator screen or one that's plugged with a plastic cap like this, it's important to either replace it, cover it, or seal it. These plastic covers warp over time and the screws come loose and let water drip in. We can send you a replacement, or you can tighten the screws and silicone over them. Duct tape over the empty hole works as well. If your dolly has a winch, it's very important to seal up the grommet where these yellow and blue wires exit the cabinet. I start by injecting a little caulk between the grommet and the wires. Then I spread the caulk all around the grommet, the wires, and smooth everything out with my finger. Now we're going to seal up all these little open screw holes if your dolly has any. Just a dab of caulk inside the hole is all you need, then smooth out with your finger. If you have any larger holes, they need to have a plug in them. If the plug is missing, get it replaced or cover it with duct tape. Now we're going to caulk between every weld on the front and top of the dolly cabinet. We're going to go down both sides of the frame rail and all the way across the top. Now that we've successfully sealed up the outside, we're going to look inside the dolly and do a water test. I'm going to slowly pour a cup of water over the battery indicators, then move the cup around to spill some water on every single hole, gap, or pass-through in this general area. As I'm doing that, I'm going to use a flashlight to inspect the inside of the cabinet and look for any water leaking in. Some water will inevitably drip off the back of the cabinet into the bottom of the cabinet, but just ignore that. In addition to seeing where the water leaks in, we want to see where it's flowing. This is the motor controller, which is on the bottom right-hand corner. This wire going to the controller can actually channel water to the controller. Newer dollies should have a drip loop that looks like this. If your dolly does not have one, you might be able to create one if there's enough slack in the wire. If any water runs down the wire, it will drip away from the controller. If your dolly has a black plastic box that looks like this, it contains winch relays which are very sensitive to water. If water leaks in where the yellow and blue wires exit the cabinet, it can flow through this box, destroying the relays, and then drip down onto the controller and damage it as well. I recommend you remove this plastic box and let the contents of it dangle down. That will prevent any moisture from being trapped inside. Water-damaged relays can be replaced, or you can upgrade the dolly to a waterproof contactor. If you suspect you have water damage to your controller, you can unplug the main wiring harness and check the pins for any signs of moisture or corrosion. Corrosion will appear as a bluish green color. Once you've sealed up all the problem areas and confirmed with a water test that there's no more water dripping inside the cabinet, you can put the cabinet cover back on. As always, if you have any questions or concerns, the best way to reach us about technical issues is to send us a private message to our Facebook page where we can help you best. Thanks, and have a jolly day.